Hi, I'm Mary Rogers with Cuisinart. This is our new Cuisinart Blend and Cook Soup Maker and Beverage Blender. It's extremely versatile, and I'm going to go over a couple of features with you. First of all, it has a glass BPA-free blender jar. You can blend cold beverages or any cold item up to 56 ounces, and you can also make any type of soup or sauce up to 48 ounces. It has lots of great features, has pulse, stop, on and off, blending speed up to 4. It also has a 30-minute timer, which I'll just show you so you can see it. It's a 30-minute timer, has high, medium, and low cooking speeds, and they coincide with low would be like a simmer, medium would be like a saute, and high would be like a full boil. The other thing that's really great is that it has a stir function. So when you have your food items in there, you can just press the stir and you can actually stir food. I'll show you how to do it in a little while when we have a soup in there. And that actually mixes your ingredients around while you're cooking them, but it doesn't break the food up. This product also has a 900-watt worldwide patented cooking element in the bottom of the jar. It also, all of the parts are removable, and the cooking element should be washed by hand, just so you know. The rest of the parts are dishwasher safe. So let's first remove the lid by pulling it up. And also it has a measuring cup here. You can also use the lid to add ingredients while you're blending. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a really great nutritious berry smoothie. We're going to add some water in the bottom. You can also substitute coconut milk. I didn't have any coconut milk today, so I use that. Yogurt. We're going to add 2 bananas, and we're going to also just break this up in pieces. And then next what we're going to do is add some fresh berries, which these happen today to be strawberries. When you're making smoothies, you can be creative and almost use whatever ingredients you prefer. And lastly, I'm adding frozen blueberries. And when you add the frozen berries, you don't have to add ice when you're making these smoothies, because it'll keep it nice and cold. And then also frozen cherries. And lastly, I'm going to add some honey. This is actually to your preference. Just add the honey because sometimes the berries aren't as sweet as you'd like them to be. So this is totally optional. That's up to you. I'm going to put the lid back on. We're going to turn the blender on. We're going to turn it on 4 and blend. And there you have it. It takes about a minute to get a really smooth consistency to your blended smoothie. Wouldn't it be great to start the day with a really nutritious drink just like this? So I just showed you how to make a great smoothie with this blender that's able to do all the traditional blending functions that you would at home. So not just smoothies, but frozen drinks, and also you can do vinaigrettes. But I'm going to show you how to cook some soup with our Blend and Cook Soup Maker. First thing that we're going to do is add a little bit of butter. I preheated this. I turned the timer on, and I also turned it on to high. You can see the butter's melting very quickly. And as soon as that's done, I'm going to add some shallots. Now you can use your own soup recipes that you're used to. Usually I make this with leeks too, but today I'm not going to do that. And what we can do is show you a little great feature on this is while you're actually sauteing it, you can press the stir function. And what happens is it's actually going to stir the food in there as if you were stirring a pot with a wooden spoon. So it's very efficient. And next what I'm going to do is, that's starting to saute, I'm actually going to add the asparagus. And this is just fresh asparagus. It's about 1 pound. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the lid back on. and stir it. And this just helps incorporate the butter, and as it's sauteing, it's going to help it start cooking. We're just going to let that saute for a few seconds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So first I'm going to remove the lid, and I'm going to add the potato. And I hadn't to soak this potato in a little bit of water so that it wouldn't turn brown. And what the potato does for your soups is that it actually is a thickening agent. So as you're, later on when you go to blend the soup, it'll have a nice thick consistency to it. So we add that. We're going to add a little bit of white wine or cognac if you prefer. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the broth. This happens to be chicken broth. You can actually use vegetable broth. Fill that up. And then what we're going to do is add just a pinch of pepper, maybe 2, and some salt. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on, and then I'm going to wait for that to come up to temperature. And then what we're going to do is going to set the timer so it finishes cooking. So now that our soup has come to a full boil, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes and set it on medium. So all you have to do is press the plus button until you get up to 20 minutes. Hit medium. And then all we have to do is wait till it counts down, and when it's finished, I'm going to blend the soup. But the thing that's great about this soup maker is that it doesn't just make soup. You can cook so many other things with it. You can do tomato sauce, you can do puddings, you can do desserts, you can do barbecue sauce. So remember, it's not just for soup, but it's a great way to cook without turning your stove on. So in a few minutes, we'll come back and we'll blend the soup up. So now that our 20 minutes has almost elapsed, what I'm going to do is switch from the cook mode to the blend mode. You just press the button twice. And now what I'm going to do is use the blending function. And we recommend that you don't go over the number 3 speed when you do this. You can also use pulse if you prefer, but I'm just going to blend it. And there you have it, a rich, creamy, and velvety homemade soup. And it takes no time at all. You can do it almost any night of the week.